Hello everyone, welcome to another dream analysis reading. I was up all night with the full moon. I generally am a bit of an insomniac, so around the full moon. So while you all were sleeping and dreaming, I felt like I was kind of downloading. So those of you who are interested on what, your dreams around this most recent full moon, I want to tell you that's what this reading is for. So pause the video, see which deck you tune in with. Maybe it's a combination, maybe it's all three. And I'll also use charms with each group to get some more messaging from the angels about the dream. So pause the video here, or you can do the timestamps below to jump to the deck that you resonated with most. So I do film a bit organically. I'm just going to remove decks 2 and 3, and then we'll jump right into group number 1 here. Okay. So group number 1, we're just going to go ahead and shuffle, see what I'm stepping into your dreams. Sorry, they're getting a little messy here for me right off the top. So maybe your dreams were a bit chaotic in terms of like scenes. Like maybe you had a dream where you were just jumping, like flashing from scene to scene to scene. Or maybe it was a chaotic scene, like a lot of stuff happening all at once, and all around you. So let's see here. They're even kind of like spilling out here and fanning out as I'm shuffling. There might be a lot to say here for the group number 1 dreams. So let's see. Let's see where your dreams have been taking you, since I'll be stepping in and coming along. And what kind of messages have they been trying to share with you here? Looks like we kind of have this grouping of 4 cards that they're kind of doing here, and kind of like a solitaire layout. So that's interesting. So I'll just kind of fix these up, and we'll see where we want to start maybe. Might actually adjust my camera a little bit. Get more of the cards in. Okay. So I think I'm going to be putting charms on top of each kind of pile here, or kind of row. I was kind of seeing them as or I guess a column, not a row, a column. But we'll dive into the charms first and see how the charms want to join the groupings of cards here regarding the dreams. They are shifting a bit here, so we're being selective. Okay. Oh, I can feel them in the back here moving. Okay. Oh, I'll bring that one back to the pile. It rolls. It's a 3D one, so we'll see. Any more? Okay. So quite a few messages here in the first grouping of cards. Just as I kind of tune into the charms here. Okay, so we'll just put these aside. Maybe it'll be like my more recent dream analysis reading, where it kind of went chapter by chapter, or kind of phase by phase of the dream. I'll just organize the charms here off the cards, and we'll go into the cards first, because I do believe the cards will give us insights and kind of set the stage, give us a starting point here, and then we'll see how all the charms play a role. We have some cautionary here about feelings of lack of confidence, major milestone, something coming in quick here. So we'll see how that kind of pans out. So what kind of dreaming have you been doing? Where have you been going in your dreamscape? Seems to be a lot of concern here. Maybe I'll just lean that up on the bowl a little bit. Interesting that I'm even doing that. Okay. So there's a lot of concerns here on your mind, though, right away that I'm getting from the dream. Concerns of home and finances, stability, having everything that you need, or like a fear of stepping outside, exploring, like you see in the monkey here. Fear of someone to come and take what little you have. And then over here as well with the need to kind of break through these barriers, this web here, sort of this ball of emotions. And I was initially drawn to the charms talking about lack of self-confidence right now. So let's see. I feel like there was two pretty prominent figures here in your dream. Definitely reading your character up here, yourself in your dream. So again, the sheltered one here, kind of the protector, protecting everything, taking care of everything, the caregiver. I don't know if those words that they're making me use, these kind of titles, these roles in the community, if that resonates with you in your dream. Maybe even sort of the scene here, maybe the tropical kind of landscape that's surrounding her is speaking to you as well, or the colors, or even the scale here of the bird, sort of the size here of the home, the fortress that you're sitting within, kind of resonates with you in your dream and what you've experienced. But it seems like there was two prominent other characters here in your dream with you. This monkey, the sort of the more brave one, right? The bravery that they want you to embrace right now at this time. And then we have a calming individual. So if this was like, say, a modern day setting, it would be like you stepped into a movie kind of storyline where, you're part of a trio. Maybe you're at HQ, home base, and then you have the agent that's sent out to kind of seek and explore. And then you have sort of that calm, stable, maybe more strategic, supportive kind of personality here. But the landscape is similar. I mean, obviously it's a deck of cards here, same deck of cards, but the kind of tropical nature of these three cards in particular is standing out to me as well. So sort of a scene of sort of a warmer, either tropical or kind of mythical scene. The monkey here in the clouds and in the hills, kind of the kind of landscape that you can travel to and get yourself into, and like cartoon state, right? Which is kind of what we're in when we go into our dream world. We can go and be anywhere, right? So you've got some helpers here, which is interesting because we do see some helpers here in the charms. I will go through charms. I'm just moving them so we can get to them shortly. But I'm getting this heavy emphasis on the emotions here and cutting through the cords, cutting through the web, the barriers that are put up through your center, maybe through your heart space, or right now in your mind. Maybe you're caught up, you're overthinking, you're complicating, or you're stuck in thought. A lot of us get tied up in our thoughts, stuck in our thoughts, and we need to kind of cut free and break free from that. So in terms of emotions, I'm just going to kind of add the charms that are related to that. And just seeing where they want to kind of naturally divide. So I wasn't even thinking about it, but now that I look, they kind of went 3-3-3 naturally here on the cards. But coming to where I first started, this charm, my heel with the butterfly, it's a caution to watch emotions such as jealousy, judgment, potentially making comments that you'll put your foot in it, right? You don't want to step in it. So kind of watching those emotions. But if you're in your dreamscape, cutting out of it, so you might be coming through. Your angels are trying to encourage you to come through those emotions, kind of acknowledge them, embrace them, but work through them. And if Dad can't fix it, no one can. This is my charm that is a reference to caution of lack of confidence, sort of feeling left out or behind, which kind of connects in here with jealousy. So you might be heading into a season, or in your network right now, maybe a lot of people are reaching a milestone, and you're not. At this time, you're not announcing any kind of milestone of your own. And the strong is beautiful charm. This is also a caution about starting to lose confidence, encouragement to focus on self-love and the strength and the bravery and the courage and all the positive qualities that you possess, and the ability that you have to get through this, to kind of get through this emotional time, this emotional space. In terms of the dove here on this personality that was, someone that I was saying was a helpful person. When it's my kind of chubby little dove here, my bird, this is about gaining knowledge, receiving knowledge. So I wonder if your dreamscape, if you had any conversations with this individual, see if you can remember back what you talked about. There may have been, I just placed it by your face. So, a little birdie told me. So they're definitely using your dreamscape here to give you some information. And I picked up my turtle because it's connected. My turtle is all about gaining insight. You've prayed for clarity, you've asked for clarity, and your dreams here are delivering it to you. They're sending in the wise old turtle here, and they're sending in the wise one to you. So again, we're coming back to this, like I was saying, this calm demeanor. And when I gave my movie analogy, I had said that this person was more strategic. So again, that's knowledge here. And then I have like my, I guess, 3D kind of pyramid. And they're really drawing me into the three-dimensional aspect that it's trying to evoke here. And this charm's about like endless possibilities, kind of breaking free from the box. So maybe that's why they're making me feel more the 3D aspect, the three-dimensional feature. There's no, there's some boundaries. There's some more area that you can explore. So maybe your dream's trying to tell you about, or just remind you, like there's more than one way to kind of approach a solution here, right? An issue or a solution. So whatever is ailing here in your home space. So for some of you, it's money on the mind. For some of you, it's the stability, the overall stability of the home, and sort of meeting your basic needs and the basic family needs here. Kind of either seeking advice, right? Kind of the double push here to seek advice. A reminder that you do have all the tools and the courage and the strength that you need to do what you need to accomplish. And a nod here of, there's more than one solution. So, try something else, try a different approach, a different angle. And with our exploratory monkey here, our kind of creative wandering spirit, he's looking away from us. And that's connecting in with my wine bottle here, because this is a cautionary charm about going in the wrong direction. It makes me always think of the spinning the bottle, like a weather vane. Kind of has that filigree treatment to it, and kind of going where the wind blows. Right, the monkey's kind of just going with where the clouds are going here. And this is a caution that you need to make decisions. So maybe you're just kind of allowing things to unfold around you right now. And this is an interesting caution because it's with my fast-moving stallion. So this is incoming fast change or like incoming news. But I'm going to lean into fast change with my milestone charm here. So graduation day. So this is a major life milestone, a change that will impact your lifestyle, your finances, your home base here. But decisions required on your part. You can't just continue to allow things to kind of happen around you. You need to get involved. And here's the encouragement to do so. But it feels like you need to break free of your mental kind of either frame of mind or state. Maybe you're paralyzing yourself a little bit here. We'll see how this builds. Okay. So we have 3 charms here and 3. So very strong with the 333, and then we have 33. So you may want to look up the spiritual meanings of 33 and 333 and see how that connects with you as it relates to your dream as well. So we'll see what these 4 cards are. Maybe have more room. So we have abundance and wealth. He's kind of the patriarch and the matriarch here of the community, and abundance of wealth is showering down. So like, a pretty established legacy here, but there's definitely pain in the heart. So, maybe being ostracized or on the outside of a community. Maybe in your waking life, you're currently experiencing that. Maybe you're looking in from the outside like she is. You can kind of see the shadow here from the party going on the inside. And she's on the outside and she's feeling quite hurt. But I mean, the patriarch and the matriarch here, these characters, are quite sad as well. They're mimicking the same sentiment here about, you're not there. You're sad you're not there. They're sad you're not there. Even though the rest of the group, the social scene may not be aware and may not notice. So maybe there's some family drama happening right now in your life, which would come back to the home base, the feeling of home, and this decision needed for major change. And maybe the decision is, who's going to be willing to either step outside or step inside, right? I was just going to say come across and kind of meet the person on the other side, right? So, here you are traveling. I wonder if you had to do that in your dream. I wonder if you were facing multiple challenges as I tune into sort of the Greek styling of the wardrobe here and the hair. Like David had multiple challenges he had to face. Hercules. I mean, I'm not saying they're Greek. I I'm crossing here characters and mythologies, but Hercules had to be sent out and face challenges as well. So maybe there's a feeling, again, lack of confidence, a feeling in your waking life that you've failed or you're failing. Maybe you're trying to hide that you're ashamed about something, but your family here seems to be seeking you, looking for you, wanting to welcome you home to the home base here. Like I was saying, this card was really drawing me into kind of legacy, family legacy, which is why I was talking about patriarch, matriarch, and kind of maybe looking in or feeling like you're on the outside and you need to come across. Or maybe there is distance, and just because there's distance, you're not feeling as close or connected anymore. Oh, so we've got both doves have come out, making peace, the dove with the ivy, very literal, like reaching out, be willing to kind of put aside the emotions, right? We saw the cutting of the emotions over here, but putting aside an emotional state in order to reach out, with make peace. Like we need to park that. Our heart was quite hurt in order to reach out and say, hey, I need to talk about this, right? Like it's not easy to place the emotions in a spot for a moment, and that's probably why we have the the necktie paired with the necktie. And I just had to clear my throat as I was about to talk about tightness in the throat, needing to speak up, or you're talking too much in your headspace, which we saw in the first pile here. So you're saying everything that you want to say, just not aloud or to the individuals. And then we have the call back to your dreams here, and the answers being in your dreams. This is again another charm related to receiving knowledge, sleeping on it, having an epiphany when you wake up. Whether you remember your dreams or not, you just kind of wake up feeling like today's the day. I know what I need to do, who I need to talk to, and perhaps this is a reading that helps trigger that because you're receiving the message from the dream, you're understanding it. We do have a social gathering here, and we have the social gathering there. So we have repeat here of a community here, of a gathering. We also have a repeat of needing to make a decision. Time to stop being complacent. You have to go right or left. You have to say yes or no. You have to pull on one side or the other. And we have changing perspective in order to receive abundance. So let's see how, abundance here, right? The call back to the family legacy. So we have another card here where they're looking from the outside in. They're celebrating the new addition to the family here. And here's a few members kind of on the outside, cold, right? Cold, looking in at the happiness. I wonder if your dream was cold. Like, I wonder if your scene as well was cold. Either you were in the water a lot, because we're getting water. We had the emotional water card. So either water was very prominent, even the rain, or you were just cold, like, which is contradictory to the warmer climate, as I picked up this card, the warmer climate that I actually see you in and I feel that we're in for the dream here. So we have two milestone cards now. So we have a union, we have the new child, we have celebration here, tie back to a milestone, a decision needing to be made around a milestone. And now we have another union. So we have three unions here, all in one row, stack, all in one column here, with the celebration. But we started off with the coldness being on the outside. And we talked about gathering. So celebration, we have a gathering. I'll come to the sensation that I just had here. Change perspective and then making the decision. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to repeat the 3 charms, because see how they're connecting their heads, they're going head to head. This is generally what we do with someone that we really are connected with, right? A deep love. Parent to child does that, human to animal, animal to animal even does it. Partners do it. Sometimes we touch noses. So again, this call to peace, the way they're peacefully connected here, right? They reached out, probably at whatever gathering this is, celebration. Like I said, there can be a new child, just a party, a wedding, a union, but the need for you to embrace this opportunity, like they're embracing each other, to reconnect with this person. So I feel like your dream, group number 1 in particular, everything has been leading up to preparing you for this upcoming celebration. The need to change your perspective, which means maybe the decision to go, right? Don't change your RSVP. You should be there as part of this gathering. So that decision that needs to be made. Decision needs to be made over here. Quick milestone coming up. So the deadline to RSVP is probably pending. It's incoming. And that's why your dreams are really focusing you on, letting go of your emotions that you're holding on to, tapping into your strength and your bravery, looking at the situation from a different angle. We have that twice. Seeking advice if you need to. And then we have the peace, making peace, talking, socializing. So, there's happiness here waiting for you if you're able to take the messages away here from the dreams you've been having lately, here around the full moon. So I hope that was helpful, group 1. If you weren't connected to any other pile of cards, you can click away now. If you're curious about the other piles, stay tuned in. I am an organic reader here. I'm just going to clear the pile, and then we're just going to grab the second deck and jump right in. Okay. So, group number 2. So thank you for joining. We're going to jump into your reading and see where your dreams take us and what kind of messaging they're trying to tell you now around the full moon. So we'll go ahead and shuffle up. We'll see what kind of cards they want to provide. The cards might describe the kind of dream you've been having, or we'll just go right into the kind of messaging that they want you to focus in on, and take away from your dreams at this time, and we'll complement with the charm. So we'll see how your cards fall out. These cards do have a bit of a higher kind of glossy sheen on them, so I'll do my best to kind of watch how the camera is hitting them. You kind of want me to be playful here and kind of move the cards around. So your dream may have been equally playful. And since I've done this layout now for the second time, I'm guessing for this dream analysis reading, we're going to have kind of these columns, these stacks that are naturally forming to build the story of your dream here. Okay, so we'll do the charms and we'll see what charms want to complement each pile here. Interesting that they kicked the dream charm out as soon as my hand kind of went in there. We'll see here. I can feel the third one moving, which is why I'm kind of hanging. Okay. And the last ones. Okay. All right, so we'll just slide these back for now, and then we'll see how everything comes together. So there's a suggestion here about taking a step towards a social gathering here. Similar to the first group, if you weren't drawn to the first deck, there was quite a bit of talk in there about having to make peace with someone at this time. And there's quite a bit of tension on this, or quite a bit of thought being in this. So let's see here. Okay. So we do have the repeat of the gathering being drawn into the wands here, and the being seen with this charm here. This means, the spotlight's on you. You're being looked at. If you're in a crowd, you're standing out, and that's what I'm seeing also here in your card. Standing out in the crowd, kind of leading the pack, leader of the pack. So your dream, this may have been the role that you took on in your dream. You were sort of the leader here that everyone was following, regardless of what you're doing. You probably weren't specifically digging here, but there's a sense of you being watched. So whether you're on stage or in some kind of group or social setting, which is what this charm is all about. It's about an upcoming gathering or social setting. So maybe you're anxious about this upcoming gathering, and maybe it's playing through here in your dreams, or you're going to have a pretty significant role in this upcoming gathering, because you are the leader here. You are being seen with these two charms. Now we have the making peace and being willing to take a step forward here. Being the one to take the first step. That's really what my single flip-flop charm's all about, is you need to be the one that takes the step. And just a small step, not a leap, just a little small step to kind of get things going, kind of be the initiator. It's on you to initiate, but it's with love and peace. So, what you're about to embark on, you definitely have some passion for it. But if it's love and peace, there might be either someone particular who's connected to your anxiety. So it's not necessarily stage fright, but rather it would be, I don't want this person to see me act for whatever reason. Maybe there's someone who's a little bit more judgmental, sort of in your circle. And as I was saying that, I paused because as I was saying that, I was getting the stabbing motion here in the back. So this may be someone that you've had multiple experiences with, or maybe someone that you've crossed paths with often in your waking life. Like this is connected to, say, a professional career. This could be someone that you cross paths with often, and they could be your natural competitor. We have that term frenemy. But there's this reinforcement that you do stand out on your own. You're quite your own force to be reckoned with here. The champion knight, right, with his companion eagle here, and he's not afraid. He's not afraid to go into battle here with this. So maybe you have an upcoming competition of some kind where you'll be on the sort of front and center, and you needed to take the first step to apply, or first step to embrace your confidence. But I feel like there's this preparedness message that is coming out here with regards to you may see this person there. Maybe you're going to a birthday party and there's a chance that the ex is, in that social group and is going to be there, make an appearance, and they're just preparing you to say like, people are looking at you in a positive light for your own right, because you're pretty special. So it doesn't matter what's happened in the past here, what's been said here in the past. So it's kind of like step into this social gathering, into this spotlight with confidence. Your heart full of love here and confidence. Okay. Similar to group one. So again, I don't know if you should be going to group one to look at all of your dreams around the full moon, but we have tightness as well. And group one had tightness, and also cutting emotions. So changing perspective. So you might be interested to check out reading one, group one. Okay. Well, I mean, we have a very similar story here, don't we? It's just, it's almost a direct repeat here. The first row we have, this feeling of being stabbed, being hurt. And I was talking about someone, sort of that frenemy where they say things that don't need to be said. Or you've crossed paths with them more than once. This isn't your first meeting, right? I get the, oh, we meet again kind of thing, right? We're crossing paths again. So definitely feel like there's this. They must have a pretty emotional impact on you if we're getting a repeat of heads up. You're about to cross paths with this individual again, but you have the ability, right? You have the power in your hands here. The magic wand is in your hand, so you have the power and the ability to manage this upcoming situation. This next time that you cross paths, they're not going to have the same hold on you, right? You're the leader now. You're in control. You feel amazing about yourself. This could be the first time. Like I was saying, this could be the first time that you're going to be somewhere where a former person from your life that may have been not so kind. So again, this could be a past partner, it could just be a friend, a coworker, a neighbor, it could be a family member. And they're going to see just how amazing, like this glow up, this transformation. But the transformation isn't really like you've changed much. It's just that you've found yourself again. And maybe that's what you've successfully done here. A group one needs to cut their emotions, cut their cords, move forward. And you've already done that successfully here. You've already put in the work to cut the cord, cut the emotions. You're starting already here on getting yourself off the same path. Your commitment is to yourself now. The focus is on you, and you're not overburdening yourself. You're not overwhelming yourself. You change your perspective. You know that your world is limitless. Possibilities are endless for you out there. You're already moving forward. Her face is already looking forward here. So you're already focused on the future. Even here, right? You're walking forward. You're taking the hurt with you. You're leaving some behind. Take learnings with you, but you can leave the hurt. You don't have to forgive. You can just move forward. And you've done that work here. So here's the connection to family again, or a deep bond. This is legacy. This is something that gets passed down. So that's why I always connect it with family, or like I said, a close bond, somebody that you would consider family, or they've been in your life a very long time. There's some longevity here to this relationship, this individual. So we've got the kind of the world here, celebration with the world, the entire universe. And then we've got you holding basically the wealth and abundance, right? Your world and the control master of your world here. So my firefighter charm, this is about disagreements, hot and cold, feelings of anger, aggression, heated situations or situations that really frustrated you. And there is a lot of heat here in the cards, you know, drawn into his outfit, the flames, even her outfit. But I feel this is more strong confidence kind of heat, right? Regaining control, feeling like you're in control. And this is my charm of manifestations. So we have endless possibilities, the power to manifest, the ability to move forward with, loving your heart, take that first step. That's all about manifestations. So your dream here is reiterating your power of attraction right now, celebrating the work that you've put in. There's a lot of these beautiful angels here kind of dancing around, reinforcing that the cups here are pouring into your cup, right? So you put a lot of work and self-love in. You probably made a significant change recently in your life as well. As I come to sort of the universe here, right? You've changed things around. I was saying that you got off your cycle here. You've changed things. You've cut. You're starting to manifest, right? This really feels like a alchemy, right? The power is coming together. You're creating your own new world here. The new star is forming, and that's you. You're the new star. And we see that here with you holding your abundance, right? You're in your opulent home. You're wanting for nothing. You're confident in who you are. You have everything that you need. He's not wanting. He's just enjoying. So really enjoying the present moment, sort of what you've achieved now. Don't feel the rush to continue on. Just sort of stay the path here, right? Focus on yourself and let others sort of look up to you and watch you really hone into and blossom here into your true self. So a really beautiful kind of message, kind of flow here from your dreams around the full moon about how you've evolved in this last period. And don't worry, be prepared, but don't worry about crossing paths with this individual or individuals in the past that have hurt you, because they're just going to see this wondrous kind of glow up that you've gone through, which is pretty impressive, to say the least. Yeah, I'm not really getting any other takeaways or analysis on this. So, like I said, maybe bounce back to group one if you kind of skip that deck, because they had some of this tightness. So if you feel like you're not quite yet in this next stage of your evolution, this is what's waiting for you. This is your opportunity. This is the outlook. This is who you're going to become, which we kind of saw at the end of the earlier reading, the first reading there. So I'm just going to kind of organically clean up here. I'm just an organic reader. So if you're interested in the third deck of cards, please join for that analysis as well. Like I said, you can pop back to the first deck, or thank you for joining. And I definitely hope to see you in the next dream analysis to help continue to interpret the message that you're receiving. Okay. So group number 3, we're going to dive in here on your dream analysis. So I'm just going to go ahead and start shuffling the cards. We'll see if we get kind of insights into the type of dream you had, or maybe certain elements of it, certain feeling of it. Unlike the other shuffling already, I can feel a difference in sort of the very linear, very structured kind of flow here. So first group felt like you kind of jumped around and kind of flashed from scene to scene in a dream. Group 2 was a bit messy, a bit anxious, and here you're very kind of straightforward. So maybe your dream was a singular, consistent kind of storyline versus flashes of scenes, or maybe just very limited kind of memory of what you dreamt, or maybe not at all. Maybe you're not remembering, and that's where we're kind of approaching it this way for this group. You kind of want me to play with the fanning out here. Draw my attention here to some cards, I guess, and how they want me to lay them out. So a little less cards. Interesting enough, the first deck I had 4 cards in each kind of group, and then group 2 I had 3, and now we're down to 2 cards each. I don't know. We'll see here. We'll see how the charms fall. Okay. Move my hand before they discarded one more. Okay, come to the next set. So in those first charms that have fell, having a lot to do with the heart here needing to kind of change direction. And then in the second group, we have direction again. So I'm wondering what the sense of direction is all about. I'm not concerned how they fell here. It might have looked like I just dumped a whole bunch by accident. Nothing's by accident, so I'll just put these all up here. I feel like this might be a lot of advice for you, action items. Like I said, this might be a group that you're not aware you're dreaming, or the group of I'm unable to dream or remember my dreams, because we're getting a wealth of messages here that maybe you're missing as you wake up, as you come out of sleep, and you're finding yourself unable to remember. Okay, so let's tune in here and see kind of where we're going. I'm happy to see the unicorn with the horseshoe though for this group. But we'll start with where kind of the dream started. I'll make sure I'm on camera. We have endless possibilities, ability to manifest, but I'm really getting pulled into endless possibilities here. The continuous line, not knowing where it starts, not knowing when it stops. And maybe that's connected to the way you guys are dreaming. Maybe your dreams are connecting into each other, so you don't really know where one begins, where one stops, and kind of losing the messaging in there. Usually this is my charm for like aggressive anger kind of emotions, but I'm just drawn into the way the axes are crossing each other, and sort of that stop, do not go sort of symbol here. So we have you not knowing where something starts and stops, and then we have stop, or like X marks the spot. Maybe that's what they're trying to do with maybe you're trying to find clarity in something in your waking life, because we have a lack of sense of direction again, not knowing where starting and stopping, an encouragement to kind of hit the stop sign, and then you have no sense of direction with the compass. So the sensation of feeling lost. Maybe you had that sensation in your dream. Maybe you feel lost. Like I was saying, maybe you don't know where something ends or begins. Those kind of looping dreams where you walk through the door and you're back in the same scene, like Groundhog Day. And maybe this is indicative of like an exit sign, like over a door, like helping you to, like I was saying, the X marks the spot. So like the exit sign over a door would mark the way out, right? But maybe you're missing that. And then we have that paired with I choose strength, which is all about courage, bravery. And then we have my heart within a heart, which is something new growing, but the outer heart is dotted. So uncertainty, anxiety. So we're right back to anxiety here and the need for bravery. So the sense of loss, being lost, and you need some courage, and you're looking for a clear sign. It looks like maybe you've been putting it out there. Please show me a sign. Here, maybe I can get both camera here. Okay, that's better. See how both cards are really focused in on her forehead, right? The desire for insight. And I was just saying how you feel lost. You're looking for clarity. You're looking for a roadmap, right? This kind of looks like the lights of a runway, and it's going to her heart. So maybe you're seeking a passion. Maybe you've lost a passion, and that could be a relationship. Like maybe you're seeking your next love relationship. Maybe you're just seeking something that will make you happy. Maybe you're lost in terms of career. Maybe you've lost your passion. You've lost your path. And then we have sort of that chaos here around you, or sort of the universe is around you here, and you're not sure like which way should I be headed here. The direction, the sense of direction. There's arrows pointing, up, left, right, horns blowing down. So there's all these signs, and we were just talking about this exit sign here. So there's all these signs in your dream, and it's almost like you don't know which way to go. Which path do I take? Which door do I walk through? Which slide do I slide down? I enjoy the dark rooms creator on YouTube, and that was making me think of not the dark rooms, the back rooms. The slides that they jump and kind of go down, not really knowing where they're going to come out. Are they going to come out into water? Um, And when I was shuffling, I said everything was very linear, and a path would be linear, right? A direction, a go in this way, follow this exit sign would be very linear. Even the path that she's lighting up here on her dress for you to her passion, to your passion, to her clarity. Even here, it has the 3D motion of drawing you in towards your heart and your mind here. Kind of your intuition, your gut instinct. Okay, so this group is looking for a sense of direction, whether you're doing that in your dream. So you're just looking for a sense of direction in your dream, but I feel like it's definitely connected to your waking life and sort of a feeling of where do I go next? Like, what's the next chapter for me? What's the next stage in my life? What's the next evolution of self? So then we have these compassion, heart chakra. We were talking about you finding your passion, finding something that invigorates you again, motivates you again. So I'm really tuned into the heart here in the center. and like the angelic wings here, and sort of how they're working in your dreams to draw your attention down to what's turning on your heart here. Like, what's your heart desire? What's the next passion for you? Where do you want to evolve next? How do you want to change next? And looking inward, kind of looking down, and maybe you haven't, maybe you don't know how to do that. Maybe you haven't started doing that yet. You know, it's not easy to look inward and understand our own feelings. I get the feeling that you do know what this is. There's like the sensation of how this bead is getting larger as it gets down to the dragonfly here. So, you know, this seed, maybe it was a childhood passion that you keep thinking about. And each time you think about it, you get a little bit more excited and wanting to do it. More desire builds, more courage builds to go ahead and chase it, to go ahead and spread your wings here and give it a shot. So some hesitancy here of you acknowledging that you already know what your heart's desiring here. And potentially that's maybe why they paired it with the directional charm. This is a go directly from A to B, you know, pass go, collect your $200. Very, very explicit directions, you know, on Google Maps. Left turn here, right turn here, drive for 5 kilometers, like very explicit. You know the route. You know what it's going to take to go from A to B. My little crab here is a caution about influence, poor influence, bad influence. This could be an external influence, so this could be someone distracting, or it's your own poor influence on self. So you might be purposely finding distractions, you might be overcommitting, or you know, influencing your own thoughts, like the lack of acknowledgement of what your true passion is here, or that you have the courage to do it. So your dreams are trying to give you a heads up here about this negative influence that it's kind of holding you back here. That probably makes you think that you don't have the clarity that you have. Now we do have magical moments here. This is all about reminiscing, looking back in your memories. And I did talk about childhood, right? Something that you wanted to do in childhood, and every time you think about it, your heart grows a little bit more. Your wish, your desire to pursue that grows a little bit more. So there's definitely a call here for you to look back and to re-embrace that. There's some magic in it. Maybe it's your sole purpose that you kind of walked away from here and got lost, and that's why you kind of feel that sensation of being lost. And then we have the horseshoe, the lucky horseshoe, right? To fill up, waiting to be filled up with abundance. And this is about turning things around as well, right? If we leave it upside down, you know, we're not in a place of attracting energies. And then if we change our perspective, if we turn things around 180, then we are starting to attract positive things. So pretty strong call here, even the way I place the arrow pointing down at them. You know, don't get in your own way. You know, focus, going back into your memories here, remembering to change your focus, to find your sense of direction, to find your sense of purpose. Okay, now we're heading into our abundance here of charm. So we'll do the cards first. Well, look at that. Even the card is abundant, plentiful. Look, in comparison to the others, right? And look at you with all your peoples and all your things and everything that you love. So maybe there's a community. Maybe you walked away from a community, or you want to be part of a community. A community, for example, is like cosplay. So you're embracing your love of artistry, craftsmanship, acting, right? Uh, Going into another world. Look at her putting on her headdress, like she's assuming another character, right? So this would be like the you joining the cosplay community, or a new office environment that's better for you. That has you're in the kind of role, right? You followed this childhood dream. When I grow up, I want to be. It's never too late to change your career path either. If your heart's in it, your sole purpose is connected to it. I'm really loving just the design, the colors of this card, and the way that the community, right, the eagle, her arms, the way they're coming together like a welcoming committee here, ready to embrace you and bring you in the fold. So if you are about to step out on this new adventure, like I said, a 180 change here in career or relationship. Maybe you're gonna date a completely different style of person. Um, there's such a wonderful family of individuals here, this community, this social group that can't wait for you to join them. And then I would say this is sort of you. The butterfly. You've embraced who you are. You've acknowledged in your dreamscape here. You've created who you wanted to be. You've transformed. You have your angelic supporters and throat chakra. So you've really embraced your courage, right? Your strength. You now know what you're passionate about. You found your exit sign, right? And you manifested. So here's your transformation. So two really beautiful, sort of different stylistic cards that came out here on the end. I'm just gonna go off camera a little bit with those. Fit in these bigger cards. I'll bring all these charms down and we'll get into those now. So I love that you have a community, a family, an office environment, a new city maybe that's kind of waiting for you here. I hope that's okay. Okay. We have social gathering and we have community. We definitely have this upcoming, this is in the future. So this is an upcoming gathering. This is something that angels want you to be aware of. So here we go. We've got your community waiting. You've got your community waiting for you. We have the change in perspective, change in perspective, change in perspective, change in direction, change in perspective, right? In order to reap the benefits of the work and the efforts that you've put in here. So if you do have those skills, like I was saying, if you're not tapping into your true heart's passion because you are a craftsman, right? Your gift that you were born with, that's all waiting for you. So I love soccer here. This is all about self-acceptance, accepting flaws alongside what makes us beautiful and unique. Sort of this black and white, the yin, the yang, that makes us, that makes up our essence. So, changing your perspective to love yourself, be who you want to be, and this community is going to see you and accept you for who you are as well, right? So then we have the charm of the solid foundation here. And this is also being stuck in a cycle, being stuck in a rut. But I'm more drawn to the solid foundation. So if you can break free from your current cycle, what's currently going on, there's this beautiful new foundation that's waiting for you, a better sure footing for you. So, the anxiety that I was feeling at the top of the reading for this group probably is related to, in your heart that you need to take this 180 to be happy. You've always kind of known, but you've always kind of put off. You've poorly influenced yourself. You've put off going in the direction that you want to go in. But if you do, you're making a positive, good decision for yourself. The wolf howling is all about finding your voice, turning up the volume, um, speaking your truth. So again, we have some callback here to your soul purpose and being you. I'll put it up here with the black and white, your yin, your yang here. Connecting in with your true self, your true essence, and loving yourself. And the swan did come up. This is a two-sided charm, but they tossed the swan side up, and my swan is all about personal acceptance of appearance, knowing the beauty and the uniqueness that you are. So we have a lot of charms here with the I choose strength, the lack of confidence and self-love here that we had in the beginning. So your dream really is about loving yourself. Who you've evolved to today is a beautiful thing. Quite beautiful here. I even saw it in this card, right? With you growing your wings here, coming into your true self. The elephant charm is all about heading forward with confidence, right? We have confidence, charging in strongly. You are making a major change. I definitely feel that. So if you do make the decision to move forward, it is a major change. So we have two strong charms here. We have the heavy strength of the elephant. We have the solid footing of the rock foundation here, the pavement foundation. So there's encouragement here to that your future is going to be very solid for you. This decision is very good for you. Paired with the comforting teddy bear. Usually this is my get well, but this is also a gift teddy bear. We gift it to someone to feel good, to feel better. And if you're not feeling good about yourself, if you're anxious about, will I be accepted by this group? Will people in this new office like me? I'm going to be the team leader now. Can I take on that kind of role? There's this encouragement to acknowledge your value, like I was saying, your uniqueness, who you are, that you are beautiful and strong. I'm going to come to the pendulum next because this is all about balance as well. And we had the yin and the yang, and now we have balance and stability. I think this is going to be an outcome. That's how I'm feeling it. If you do take the courage, I just noticed now that the I choose strength is beside the, changing your perspective here, that making the 180. If you do have the courage to do this, to follow sort of this lifelong dream, this childhood dream, your whole lifestyle is going to find better balance. Your emotions are going to find better balance. You'll probably find you're at peace. You might catch yourself saying, I feel, I don't know what it is, but I feel so much better. So again, we have this grouping of charms reinforcing the positive outcome of making this decision for self. Okay, we're about halfway through the charms. We've got 2, 4, 6 left. So we'll dig into those. So now we have my dove here with his wings wide open. Similar to what we see the eagle up top, right? Almost like they wanted to really reinforce the bird here, the arms wide open above you. And when the dove comes into you with the wings wide open, it's delivering. It's a messenger. So it's an aha moment. It's an epiphany. It's the little bit of knowledge. It's the nudge you needed. I've noticed the wings wide open here as I almost went to put the eagle kind of in him. So the last 3 cards have all had sort of this acknowledgement to the epiphany, to your aha moment, to your acknowledgement that this is the moment for change. This is my dream charm. So this is about acknowledging your dreams, getting lost in your dreams. So if you are someone who's lucid dreaming, or you are able to remember your dreams and be active, try to be an active participant. Try to make the change in your dreams. Try to be confident in your dreams and see how it manifests in your waking life. If you're not someone who is remembering your dreams, or feels like I'm not a dreamer, this is a call for you to follow your dreams. You may not be a dreamer, but again, follow your dreams, follow your heart. Then we have Cupid. So this is our messenger from heaven, our angel here, bringing down some love. So again, some more encouragement. This is just encouragement from the angels. You have what it takes, right? It's right. I just placed it right below the epiphany, your aha moment. The assuredness of this is a good decision for you. It'll bring you the peace and the type of lifestyle that you want. It'll be more aligned with your soul purpose. You'll love yourself more. They're really reinforcing it here with their messenger from heaven here, the angel messenger. Now, they did give the love and peace charm. I think this is just the war with yourself, the inner war, should I, shouldn't I, right? It's not easy to do a 180 ever. It's not easy to make a major change to a lifestyle, to make a major lifestyle decision. I recently just picked up and moved, kind of spontaneous, but I did find a better balance for life. I am finding a better peace, a better community. And if you're able to win the battle of heart and mind, and follow heart and what's good for you, you'll have this kind of better positive outcome here. So my wine barrel, this is all about celebration, abundance, prosperity, but also a caution to not overindulge. I don't feel overindulgence with you at all, other than maybe overindulging in negative talk, negative thought that might be holding you back. But if it's a celebration on this beautiful outcome, this is celebrating you, the celebration, the party, the welcome committee. I did call them this welcoming committee, right? So there's your party. So this could be, the team taking you out for welcome lunch. It could be the first event that you attend, in costume. It could be the first after party celebration from sealing the deal, winning the client, having your first show, that kind of sensation. But it's really focused on you, the celebration here, and what you've achieved. And as I say that, I left this charm for last, not purposefully, but my see-through leaf, kind of the transparency here, is all about others being able to see that difference in you. So you might not feel like you're changed at all, but others might see it in you. So you might start to get unsolicited feedback, just commentary. Oh, you're looking so good these days. What's changed? What's happened? Then you say, oh, I moved, or I changed jobs. I completely shifted careers. I picked up my family and we moved here. So even in your waking life, your physical entourage, the interactions that you have, similar to the messengers here from the angels, messengers from heaven, saying this is all good. You're going to get some earth angels popping out to remind you, like, wow, this is fantastic. You've been making good decisions. What you're doing now must be making you so happy. You're smiling all the time. Your energy is so positive. You look and feel great. So all of that kind of messaging coming out here. So, for some reason, I really want to focus in on this card for you guys. this new group. I really just want to keep calling them a community. So there is this family, these like-minded individuals that are waiting for you to join them. But for you to join them, you do have to make this 180. But it's connected. You already know what to do, right? It's connected to your heart's passion. You know what to do. Here's the runway. You know what to do. So, I wish you all the best of luck. I hope you do follow your heart's passion and tap into your soul purpose. And I will see you all at the next dream analysis reading.